Welcome. Welcome to my channel. Limitless Being. We're here. You're limitless. Unless you think otherwise. How's everyone doing? Good, I hope. Welcome. I'm going to jump into a collective reading. I did a pre-pull. Collective. This is for all Zodiac signs. Three themes, major themes happening in this reading. Something that was either keeping you unstable, keeping you bound, some level of toxicity or obsession. You're ending that, or it is ending the situation. Yeah, and this is all present energy. We got compassion as the first card out. So what I picked up off of this automatically is you're having compassion with yourself and the situation, who you're involved with, whatever the situation may be. You're having a little more empathy and acceptance. You could be removing yourself from a person or a situation that's kind of toxic here with the Devil card coming out. Okay, we got taking shelter, clarifying the compassion. So as you deal with this with a form of gentleness, you're going within, finding some type of guidance or enlightenment. Okay, and your focus is your stability, your foundation. Okay, some type of structure in your life. This could be work, this could be a relationship, this could be your actual home. Something is ending. You're making some type of change. The Death card came out to clarify the Devil. So we have Capricorn and Scorpio heavy here. 10th house and 8th house. This could deal with deep-seated emotional issues, relationships, and or your career, your status. You're taking a less direct approach with, so for example, if you work really hard, you're a go-getter. Here in this new calendar year, it appears that you're taking a less go-getter approach. You're having more balance, having that compassion. With compassion comes self-care, how you take care of yourself. So you're not working crazy hours in your business or at a job and overgiving, overextending yourself. Your focus is your foundation, the foundation you're building for yourself and for your offspring. Welcome. Who's asking, is that a bruise? Madness, sprinkle. Bruise where? I am well, thank you. I don't see a bruise. So yeah, this Three of Wands is where I was seeing that balance. So instead of you being out in the trenches, this card typically speaks to somebody observing from a higher perspective, like a hands-off approach, directing something as they wait for their ships to come in. They've taken the necessary action, and the stability that you're seeking is coming in. You could be communicating, waiting to hear back, just responding to something. This can involve, I'm going to pull a little bit more and get clarity. This could involve definitely what you do for work with the Eight of Pentacles, clarifying the Three of Wands. Or something that you're just working on, building this foundation. Okay? And taking shelter. Okay. So let's go in a little deeper and see. We got the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. And before I go deeper, let me finish. There were 3 themes here. Having compassion with yourself in the situation. Ending something that the energy I'm picking up off this Devil card with the Death card is toxicity. Feeling constricted. Doing too much. Overextending. Wanting stability. Building something. And you're doing it from a place of compassion. That was the first theme. Okay. The second one is your faith, your spirituality, the support from the divine, your guides, is what helps you overcome obstacles, challenges. Okay. You can overcome anything, overcoming obstacles. There's boulders right in the path, okay? But that sword of truth is sticking out. Excuse me, confirmation. And this is what brings your justice, your balance, how you stay balanced. This can also have to do with 2 cards here signified relationships, or just where you may have felt unfulfilled emotionally. Justice is Libra energy, 7th house. It talks about partnerships and relationships. You could be overcoming obstacles, keeping a positive mindset, relying heavily on your spirituality, believing in miracles, staying hopeful, optimistic, knowing that you are supported. Okay. And clarifying overcoming obstacles, we have triumph coming out. Okay. So you are definitely triumphing, overcoming any relationship, partnerships, dynamics. And I'm not just picking up like a love relationship here. I'm picking up your relationships, period. There have been a lot of challenges and obstacles for you to overcome. Those relationships were there. You designed your path and the obstacles that you would face to help you grow and learn through certain lessons for you to achieve the highest version of yourself. Okay? It has built a lot of strength and courage, endurance and resilience. Okay, with the Strength card here. You realize staying in integrity, being authentic, honest, truthful, clear, logical with your relationships, partnerships, is what is benefiting you. Justice. Okay. This is the second card that signified some type of emotional unease. Friend, family, and lover. Okay. This is where the obstacles lie. You are triumphing over this. Is building character and integrity within you. And you're teaching people also how to stand in that energy. If they don't, they have to move from your energy. Okay. 2 opposing forces can't be in the same space. So you can hold space in a healthy place for them, or they got to go. So this is how you're teaching them. Teaching people how to treat you. Collective. Okay. The third theme we have is crown chakra came out. Okay. So you definitely have a direct connection to source, your higher self. Okay? Connection to your divinity. All right. You are being guided and directed from your higher self, from source, from your guides, to follow your bliss. You're navigating the stars. Okay? Following your bliss. You could be looking more into astrology, constellations, zodiac signs, learning more. But overall, it looks like you are surrendering. You're being guided to with the Four of Swords. Okay? Releasing those things that are keeping you on toxic negative cycles. This is how they come to an end with the Death card, by you surrendering and releasing.
61 bed, 1 wants meds.
Okay, let me peek and see. Thank you. 1 second. Sorry about that, collective. So surrendering is how you end these toxic dynamics, relationships of all sorts, and following your heart, navigating the stars here, following your bliss. Your passion is being ignited. Okay, we got like the Ace of Wands. With this direct guidance you're getting, these downloads, your intuitive knowing to surrender, to follow what makes you truly happy. At the same time, and yeah, I'm seeing this heart and compassion started the reading. Okay. Following what truly makes you happy, being reignited. The Wands is the fire element after the ether. I'm not going to go into a whole heart lecture here. I'm just seeing a lot in this card. But they say that the SA node, out of the 4 chambers of the heart, you got an SA node at the top and an AV node at the bottom. The SA node on ultrasound, they see like a flutter. That's your heartbeat. And they don't know where that comes from. That's source energy. Okay? And then the whole fetus forms the body around that node and the rest of the heart and the chambers. But that actual energy is being reignited within you. It could have been dampened, dulled down with disappointments, excuse me, and betrayals. Okay. That's not going to stay that way. What I was going to say is, however, at the same time, your passion's being reignited, you could be dealing with a lot of obligations and responsibilities, or just really rigid in choosing new connections, new partnerships. You have people in your energy that are interested, that want to partner with you, that want to work with you. It has to be aligned with what your bliss is. Okay. Otherwise, it's not making sense with this swords energy. This is mental energy here. It's not adding up. Can't be on a separate agenda from what it is that you want, what truly makes you happy. And you have like a direct knowing with your crown chakra, what's best for you. Okay. That passion ignited was clarified by the Eight of Wands. You have plans. You could have set resolutions for this new calendar year. It's going to take off. You're going to put action, movement quickly into what it is that you consider your bliss. Okay? As you triumph. Build character. Bring balance. Overcome these obstacles. Leaning on your faith, your spirituality. Having compassion with yourself, others, the situation. Knowing that your stability, your bliss, your passion, and your success, what you deem as success, is what is important in ending these toxic cycles. So let's go a little deeper into what these cards are. And we have the Queen of Pentacles, okay? To get to the Queen of Pentacles, you've learned a lot of financial lessons. You've dealt with disappointment, setback, heartaches, a lot of hard work, okay? You're very nurturing, giving, practical, grounded, and stable energy. Take care of your home, your family, yourself. Thank you, Spirit. So let's go into this Devil card, Death. These two major arcanas that came out right away with compassion. Tell me about the Devil card. Thank you, Spirit. So, automatically what I picked up is institution with the Hierophant, okay? Welcome all. Just reading some of the comments. Thank you. Okay. So right away I picked up career, institution, big business. You are definitely, you could be going from employee to entrepreneur, some of you, in this new calendar year, or that's your goal. You put a lot of work in, okay, and you're still hard working here. And you're very protective of what it is that you're building and working on. You take pride in it, okay, something you're very passionate. We got another Ace of Wands from a different deck. What caused this ending in this toxicity? So this could be like a toxic work environment, toxic business partnership or agreement. Toxic as in it's limiting you, it's draining you, it's causing instability in your foundation, in your home life. Tell me about the Death card. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. So we got the Lovers, the Magician, and the Seven of Cups. I don't know why I'm hearing gaslighting or hot air balloon. Somebody with this Magician and the Seven of Cups, I'm picking up manipulation. Um, if this is a company, or even a business partner, somebody you work under or with, they have more than enough to compensate this effort, this 7 and this 8 of Pentacles that you're putting in. But whoever this is that you are aligned with or breaking away from, ending, giving so much of your time, your energy to, is all for themselves, okay? Reptilian energy, they're focused, they're very materialistic, okay? And you have found a way to have compassion for this energy. Compassion is, empathy is putting your feet in someone else's shoes and literally walking that path so you can see why they may be this way, or you just know that your purpose, your mission, your bliss is bigger than that, and you're not allowing yourself to be manipulated in these contracts. Okay? The Lovers speaks of a contract, not just a relationship. So this is what is being clarified. You constantly have to defend yourself or prove something or go above and beyond, back and forth and out of your way. And this is what's ending. Tell me about the, I don't know if I want to do let's start with the 3 of Wands. What is this 3 of Wands energy? Hierophant still at the bottom. What's the 3 of Wands for the collective? Thank you, Spirit. Waiting for things to balance out, finances to increase. You could be working multiple jobs, job and business, multiple projects. It's bringing you the abundance that you want, that you need, that is equal to the effort that you're putting out. You're putting a lot of effort out. This is what you're waiting on. You're continuing. This is, I just pick up passion project, something that you are excited about. You could do something outside of work that will bring you a lot of financial fulfillment here, collective. Tell me about the firm foundation and then the taking shelter. Tell me about taking shelter. Okay, we got the Knight of Pentacles. You could be introverted, or you've just been going within for a while. This has been a journey, okay? Trying to break away from something that was draining you away from what it is that you truly want to do. And for some reason you found compassion. Compassion, faith, and following your direct guidance is helping you break this cycle in something. So you got the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands with taking shelter. Answers are within. Let me get one more. 8 of Cups. Okay. So it's been arduous, okay? A long, arduous road. I didn't even say that word. You're like a palm tree. I don't care how many storms you don't break. You may go down, but as soon as the sun comes out, you stand right back up. And that passion is reignited fearlessly here. And you're deciding to go ahead and close out a cycle. You've learned the karmic lesson. You've seen all that you need to see. Why allow yourself to be taken advantage of anymore? And don't feel like if you've stayed in a situation too long, it's no use in making change. Time is an illusion. We just keep bringing the past back to the present, repeating it, repeating it. Now is the time. Change your mind right now. The whole timeline changes. And it looks like that's what you're doing. And let me get one from Firm Foundation, 1 or 2. Thank you, Spirit. Clear messages for the collective. What's Firm Foundation here? Wheel of Fortune. Knight of Cups, 5 of Swords. The energy I picked up off of the 5 of Swords with these other 2 cards is, I'll be damned. You will fight at all costs. Okay? Against a solid structure, foundation, where you feel secure, stable, place of belonging. Okay? That you're building. It's expanding. You're on the right side of the wheel. Especially to anyone that tries to emotionally manipulate as you build this. As you continue to... You've been in hermit for a while. Okay? Might be time to get out. But yeah. As you continue to pull your energy, your focus inward. You're not projecting outward anymore. That's how you reach this compassion. Okay? It's almost like that practice Ho'oponopono, where you take full responsibility for everything that appears in your reality. Even things that seem to not have anything to do with you. Okay? To come to compassion, you connect yourself to it automatically. Okay. So that's the first theme. Second theme, your faith, your spirituality is very strong. Okay, this is, like I said, how you overcome obstacles. You can overcome anything. Okay, you've proven that to yourself with your faith. It's all a mindset. Okay, this is where your justice, your balance, how you triumph, where the strength comes from. And you could still be, like, these obstacles, I picked up partnerships, relationships, family, friend dynamics. You're not questioning your integrity, your honesty. Excuse me. You may have questioned why that could not have been reciprocated, appreciated, to be reciprocated back to you, but you know that that is the right position to hold, this King of Swords energy. Okay, and the reason I say you could be questioning, 5 of Cups speaks to somebody who's looking into the past, okay, and, you know, feeling kind of hopeless or down, stressed out about an emotional situation, okay, feeling despair. And so, obstacles in connections could have caused you to become a little selfish. What I mean by that is people could have taken advantage of your compassion, how much you overextend, and you're always willing to help. So much, and not return that energy, so much.
48. She one time, you know.
Okay. Thank you. 1 second. I sat here and meditated for an hour. As soon as I turn this camera on, I'll be right back. collective. Who trolling over here on YouTube? I forgot where I was, y'all. You could have become, people could label you as self-absorbed or selfish, or they don't have a certain importance in your life anymore. You could be so focused on the emotional disappointment, lack of support, let down from the past, that someone's here drowning. You know, it's just symbolically drowning. And they feel as though they're yelling out, waving their hands, and you won't even turn around and give them help. Because the compassion, the giving nature, they didn't appreciate it. You've taught whoever these individuals are how to treat you by your reaction now. As you overcome these obstacles, stay faith, spirituality based, springs your justice, you triumph. Honesty is the best policy here, with yourself, with others, standing on business. Let's go into these a little bit. Put these back. I'm just switch decks. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Clarify this faith card. This is where you find your balance, where you're able to temper your lower nature, bring balance to the higher nature. The bridge is the heart. We talked about the heart, it being reignited. Okay. From a place of compassion. This particular this particular card also has the imagery of the magician on here. You are powerful at manifesting, whether you know it or not, collective. I think the reading I did yesterday, guard your thoughts. Only think of the positive things as you overcome these obstacles. Don't spend too much time ruminating. Okay. No, we're going here. I'm all over the place tonight, y'all. With balance, clarifying faith. The magician, temperance energy. Tell me about justice and overcoming obstacles. Thank you, Spirit. Clear messages. Got crown chakra out here again. Okay. So, I know we're about to go into a full moon in Cancer. It's a time of clearing away. Not particularly the best time to manifest. Make room for your manifestations by clearing away obstacles. For you to have healthy connections, partnerships, This was destined. This was ordained with destiny here. Okay. And solitude is here again. That taking shelter, that lantern is from the Hermit card, going within. Okay. There's a connection, or it could be a couple of different connections that have made you go within. I see it in work. I see it in business. I see it in partnerships, relationships. Okay. It's forced you to go in, and it was set up that way by you before you incarnated. Okay. You could be reading spiritually based books, faith-based books, learning about sacred knowledge, reading sacred texts, scrolls, or you're guided to. Okay. The balance that you want in partnerships, relationships is destined for you. You have to listen to your intuition and reframe. You're not for everybody. Okay. Those other connections, anything after you've had a realization or the awareness that it's not for you, it's not where your bliss lies, what you're trying to build, what ignites your fire within, then they're distractions. So listening to your guidance, knowing when to end something, not to entertain it, don't give it energy. This is where justice comes in and how you're able to overcome, triumph, in fact. Okay, we got 7 of Wands out here twice. It's like the 7 of Wands card. If you had a problem showing up for yourself in the past, you don't have that problem anymore. Okay? 7 of Wands out here twice. You do not have a problem showing up for yourself. Tell me about this triumph and strength. It's built a lot of, and you've had to tame yourself too. More positivity, victory, and success, overcoming these obstacles. Okay. 6 of Wands, having support, being recognized in connections for your value, your worth. Appreciated for the divine channel that you are, or the channel that you are for the divine to flow through you. A lot of people don't appreciate that. And you've come to recognize that here with this 5 of Cups. Tell me about this 5 of Cups. Okay. So in our darkest time, we seek the light, or we're guided to. Definitely in connection, sacral chakra here. Okay. So in a time I asked about this 5 of Cups, there was a period of heartache and loss that you went through. Okay. It has something to do with a connection, sacral connection, a smexual connection. Something that could have affected your creativity. We got the sun here with light. Okay. It was so dark, in fact. How dark this is compared to this. Okay. It was such a dark period or time, challenging relationship or partnership, that you had to make a decision and put you in that 2 of Wands. Am I going to stay and deal with this? Or am I going to overcome? And not only that, triumph into healthy connections. And this is where your faith came in, your spiritual beliefs. Okay. Hope was renewed. Looking for the other card I saw out here with hope. Okay. That it won't always be this way. And in order to do that, you have to face yourself, your shadow. These people were other reflections of you. If this was a sexual connection, okay, that was a reflection of you and another person. Aspects of yourself, unhealed aspects, they mirrored something that was unhealed back to you. Okay. Yeah, you made a choice. In that Two of Wands, that movement, choices, and decisions, self-love. And as soon as you unblock, this green represents the heart chakra. As soon as you unblock that heart, place of compassion, forgiveness, starting with yourself, look at all that water flowing, okay? And then automatically your harvest starts. If your heart is closed off or blocked, your waters dry up, and so does your finances, your material harvest, okay? Tell me about the King of Swords. It has made you no nonsense. Thank you, Spirit. You are standing on business as you wait for your emotional fulfillment here. Okay. That's what that King of Swords is. You're not going to have it any other way. You've mastered the waiting game, the cycles. You can recognize them at this point. Jump off of a timeline and get on another one. As soon as you peep that something is not for you. The agendas aren't aligning. Thank you, Spirit. The last theme we had in this reading was the crown chakra. Okay. And your crown chakra is open. We can experience brief moments of Christ consciousness. Okay. When the left and the right hemispheres of the brain are both, let's just say, activated. You got that membrane that separates them. In your head, corpus callosum, where they kind of burn out. It burns out and they fuse together. And of course, you've raised your kundalini, your life force energy, back up your spinal cord, back up to your crown, and you experience that enlightenment here. That burst, connection to everything. Definitely aids in having compassion for situations that normally would harden the heart. Okay. But we don't stay there as far as this enlightenment. We experience brief periods of it. Because we're born into sin. We're in duality. We have three brains, okay? This one's happening in our brain in our head, our processor. You have a reptilian and mammalian brain as well. But when you experience the Christ consciousness, the higher aspects of self, this is where you come into that oneness. And doing that, you have released and surrendered things that you may have been stressing about, trying to communicate, get your point across. You're surrendering. Okay? And you're following what makes you happy instead. Shouldn't be any other way. As you manage things in your life, I want to know what this Four of Pentacles is. I'm not going to speculate. This could be different obligations. I'm seeing it as holding back as well. Tell me about the Four of Pentacles. Thank you, Spirit. What's this Four of Pentacles energy for the collective? Those two came out. In reverse. Okay. So you're holding back some type of spiritual union. Okay. You disconnected from, you're holding back. That's the energy that I picked up from this particular Four of Pentacles. Okay. You're waiting on true love, emotional and material fulfillment here. Okay. Is this a recent breakup or is this, I don't feel like it's recent. Triumph, Ace of Swords, patience, and hope again. Okay. So I don't know why I'm hearing desperation, being too available. Whatever this connection was that kept you from your bliss, where you overextended, that had you go all the way within, okay, and turn your spirituality dial up to 10. This, it taught you your worth, your value, as far as connections. And it's making you more attractive. There's somebody that I'm picking up from this Two of Cups, Four of Pentacles, and Eight of Wands that is heavily invested in what it is that you're doing with your life, collective. This is who you have this spiritual union in reverse with. Type of breakup, separation, ending of a spiritual contract. Eight of Wands again. Accelerated motion. So as soon as you drop this bad, toxic habit, trait, person, there was breakthrough. Okay. You learn to be patient. Same day you plant the seed, doesn't grow. Takes time. And I gotta say it the way my mentor says it. They tried to bury you. They forgot you were a seed, a star seed. Okay. Seeds grow in the dark. Buried. You stayed hopeful and optimistic. I'm surprised I didn't see the regular star card come out here. Yeah, you're not sacrificing yourself. Why should you? Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Tell me about this Two of Cups, Eight of Wands for the collective. Under this crown chakra theme. What's the Two of Cups energy? Okay. All the way over here. Crown chakra came back out twice. So I'm just being guided to say, when you open your chakras, it's best to do it from the bottom up so you stay grounded and balanced. But it's important to ground because your chakra is wide open. Okay.
I'm going out for 45 minutes. Okay?
Yes, take your time. You're what's the word? You don't want to be too We're still here having an earth experience, okay? So you have to stay grounded, balanced. Go out in nature, walk, take a salt bath. Sound frequency can ground you. Crystals. You'll know. I was clarifying this Two of Cups. There could be someone coming into, you're coming into some type of mutual agreement with, an emotional agreement. You'll be directed and guided, okay? But stay grounded. Tell me more about the Two of Cups and the crown chakra coming back out. Conflict and defeat. Okay. This is the same energy. Or it can be a different person, same energy. You'll be directed. You'll be guided. Your inner knowing. Your connection to source here with double crown chakra cards coming out. Of a connection that is for you. The energy around this Two of Cups, they're not for you. Who, like I said, it could be a different person, same energy, or a person from the past. But whoever this is wants you in dissonance. Mental conflict, and defeat. That's a lot of conflict, okay? We can't have that. Something affecting your stability here. You to have the ability to feel stable or to build some type of foundation. Too much conflict around this connection. Tell me more about this Two of Cups. This is who you're resting, recuperating, rest and rejuvenate out here from. Grounding, meditating, clearing your energy. This is all present energy, so I want to go into this deck to see what's going on with this person. You know, I don't know. I just assume the collective knows this kind of stuff. But I'm going to say it anyway. I don't speak on a lot of things because I assume that people know. But I gotta share. I gotta say something, I guess. I don't know whether to start with the archons. Know that you are not your emotions. You're not your thoughts or your feelings. You're the observer of them. There are energies on this planet that want you to stay in conflict. Don't want you in your power, feeling ignited, following your bliss. Okay? There are energies here. And there are people that house these energies based off of their life choices, their vibration. So when certain thoughts, feelings come up, sorry, this puzzle is trying to going through. Okay. When you have intrusive thoughts or self-doubt, I'm hearing pay attention to what you eat and then how you feel and think after. Okay, that's where the plant-based diet comes in. If you eat clean, your thoughts, your feelings are a little more clean. Clean as in high vibrational, something that didn't have a brain or a face. Okay, plant-based. Is directly connected. So those that have intrusive thoughts, those that overthink, anxious.
62. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I thought it was 61. One last time, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna wrap this up, collective. Finish explaining this the best that I can. As soon as I cut the camera off, it'll be quiet. There are energies that don't want you to stay in the light or be a representation of the light, or to be happy, or to know how powerful you are. People that make certain life choices, we were talking about eating clean, for example. People that don't, you don't have to eat clean, to master yourself. It's just one of the many pathways to do it. People that don't take care of themselves, they make poor choices. They keep making bad decisions on karmic cycles, unhealed energies. The energies on the planet that are working against you, that's actually working for you. When you reach this kind of crown chakra energy, Christ consciousness, you see everything is working in your favor. Even the things that are working against you, that are challenging you. This is why I say it's important to observe. Know that you are not your thoughts and your feelings. You're the observer of them. So when they come up, and they're coming up in this full moon, it started on the 1st, 31st maybe, in fact. Full moon in Cancer is Saturday, okay? We're in Capricorn right now. The sun is in Capricorn. It is the sister sign. Capricorn helps keep you grounded, while Cancer, the full moon, is illuminating. The moon is emotions, your water energy. Capricorn will help you stay grounded while you dive deep into those emotions, those feelings that are going to be coming up during the full moon, if they haven't started already. Could have a lot to do with your home. We kept seeing the foundation, the base chakra. The home that you built, a family dynamic, maternal issues. These things are coming up. It's a good time to purge out, reset your waters, your emotion, bring balance, having loving, compassionate energy for yourself. Then you're able to give it to other people. But what I was saying about people who harbor that low vibrational opposing energy on this planet, they have unresolved issues. And they show up in your life, and you entertain them longer than you should. And you learn lessons. Okay. We'll just do a spiritual talk conversation at some point. But I just wanted to put that out there. A lot of people in the collective are aware of Sophia and the archons, you know, and where we are in time and space. And the energies at play here on the earth realm. Tell me more about this, Spirit. Thank you. So we got Mask, Paradise, and Ascending. Yeah, there's that oneness. Look at that. Excuse me. So people that aren't, this Cancer full moon is allowing you to actually sit with your feelings and process them, to feel them. Don't distract yourself. Don't drink. Don't smoke. Don't overeat. Don't have smecks. Don't go out shopping crazy. Don't work 1,000 hours. Sit with your feelings. Process them. Observe them. Okay? This is how we heal. Whomever, the people in your life up until this point, wear masks. They're not able to show their true feelings because they're not doing what we're talking about, sitting with them. They distract themselves. Sometimes it's too painful. Okay. They cut themselves off from happiness and joy and bliss and everything that this Paradise card speaks about. Being playful, having that passion reignited. Okay, those pages are childlike states. All right. You're ascending past that. Transcending obstacles. It came out again. Learning and expansion entering a new phase, and you're preparing for a union. There is someone in your energy collective someone that spends way too much time thinking about you, trying to figure out what you're doing, and then there's someone in your energy that has a genuine interest. They want to talk. They could be waiting for you to hit them back. They're on your social media. You're following what you do. We're talking at the bottom of the deck. Tell me about this this past energy. I mean, I'm so tired of reading it, but let's read it. And then about this this potential union. Preparing yourself for union. So this past energy, okay. Couldn't have said it more simple than that. Somebody you got distance. Okay. Very toxic. Drama, arguments, no compatibility. Okay. They were a karmic. This is unhealed, unresolved trauma. Okay. Third parties, distractions, anything but heal and balance. They're very lustful, greedy by any means. They don't care. Instant gratification. And that's the mask, the two-face, not showing. Stabbed you in the back. Could have had a double life. Cheating. I'm hearing not an honest bone in their body. Okay? Tell me about the new person. Thank you, Spirit. Not one. Lala. Welcome, my love. Miss Mary. Yes. Narrowed the list down. Thank you, Spirit. Tell me about this new person that the collective is preparing for a union with. You know, this could be not just lovers. This could be family and friends as well. Acquaintances. Act like they want to come out. Thank you, Spirit. Clear messages. Energy around this new connection. Okay. Some type of realization here. Oh, there are healthy, healed people out here. Yep. Wow, it's cool to be kind. Yep. Tell me more. This epiphany. I guess I gotta go into it a little bit. Okay. It's more on you preparing. And not everybody, look at all these beautiful cards. Not everybody on these lives is for the collective. So a lot does not come out. You're always welcome to book a personal. Okay. But I'm pretty good with narrowing it down collectively. But each one of our story is different. So Spirit is more on the preparing part versus who it is. What attributes. Having realizations. I gotta pull on that. I just can't ignore it anymore. Tell me about this epiphany. Thank you, Spirit. Clear messages. Judgment. Oh. This is more judgment on this past energy. While you're waiting and You like slowly pulled your energy back, especially after this last betrayal. It put you in your power. The how dare you is all I'm hearing. Like, okay. Um, King of Wands, very picky, very choosy in what it is that they want. They like what they like, male or female here. Attention to detail. Um, Confident, charismatic. So how dare? Hmm. Most of the time, people that do that, they didn't deserve to be in your energy, in your grace, okay? And you may have had a certain level of compassion and kind of reach back or step down to kind of help somebody out emotionally or energetically. And then they played you. This is where you said, oh no. Mm-mm. I know who I am. They must have me messed up. So that's where I see this realization, this recharging, letting go. Staying in the moment, being present, not bringing that past mess back up into the present moment. Taking time to slow down, more being present, smell the roses, enjoy, be in gratitude, get out in nature. Anything else on this new person? Collective may still be processing. You fear somebody that's a thrill seeker, that's going to continue to make bad choices, stuck on cycles. You could be up in your head about this. There are good people out there. Okay. What's at the bottom? I'm going to get out this deck. Yeah. You are searching for your twin or soulmate, a life partner here. This is what the preparing for union, ascending card. What's blocking this healthy connection or these healthy connections? Nothing. Thank you, Spirit. What's the perceived blockage or weakness? Codependency. So we got addictions out here twice. I can't ignore it. There could be addictions that put you in a vibration of a certain energy that you need to overcome. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Codependency. It could just be the addiction to be chased or to run before you get hurt. Or it could be a substance, food, anything. What else? Is it perceived blockage or weakness? It is safe for you to love, collective. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So it's you still processing, which is okay. Engagement. Your love life is ascending. Second ascending card. Okay. To a higher level of commitment. This may be a life partner, this soulmate, masculine energy. Okay. That you are preparing for. Know that religious factors, your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and your spiritual path. It's influenced because you could have changed gears. That the person may differ from your usual type. I'm surprised that didn't come out. You could have changed gears You could have came from a religious background and you're more into spirituality now. Some could have went, from spirituality back to religion. And I say the back and the forth because the way I learned it, it's just my little journey. But most of us are brought up in a controlled structure of religion. And not only did I experience it, but I was told that religion are for people afraid to go to hell. And spirituality is for people that have already been there. And then when you awaken, you realize that heaven and hell are states of consciousness. They're not physical places. And then you choose where you want to live, as in your consciousness. Okay? So people usually leave a religious background and go into a spiritual background. More expansion, where you can actually be authentic. Yeah. I'm going to just stop there. Tell me about this religious factor. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. Someone is wearing a false mask in this relationship. Collective, I know y'all not still dealing with people that don't mean you well. You're worth more than that if you are. Because why are these cards coming out like this? Are you stuck on this person because of the chemistry, the passion, the thrills? They're wearing a mask. They're deceptive. They don't mean you well. Keeping you in a place of codependency. Now I gotta go back into the tarot. Just reading the comments. Where are we gonna start? Tell me about the religious factors. This whole deck just want to come out my hand. So there could be differences in your belief system and theirs. This could be family. This could be a lover. This could be friends. All right? You are okay with it. Someone else may not be. There could be a disconnect, not knowing how to balance, find common ground, someone just refusing to see things through a different lens. That could be the deal breaker, someone's religion or their spiritual beliefs or practices for the connection to continue. Tell me about this chemistry. This strong magnetic attraction. Thank you, Spirit. What messages for the collective? A lot of passion. A lot of happy. They make you feel brand new. Renewed. Childlike state. I'm picking up controlling and impulsive, kind of reckless with their communication. With the Knight of Swords and the Page of Swords. It's just the energy I'm picking up. A lot of passion, a lot of fire. Could be a fire sign. Explosive connection, fire and air. And that cause like combustion. Thank you. Yeah, and this Two of Cups. Break up to make up. Tell me about this deception. Someone's wearing a false mask at the bottom of the deck. Thank you, Spirit. Yes, they are. You have a realization, a knowing to this now. You receive some type of truth or clarity. It's got you stuck, paused, looking at it different. Some in the collective are dragging their feet to close out a cycle. They're still entertaining someone. Family, friend, lover. Friends. And lovers. Okay. Ooh, that writing is small on YouTube. Okay. Ace of Wands and an Ace of Swords. So you know the person has shown you how low they can go, how petty they can be. The mask and slipped. Tons of passion, insane chemistry. Tell me more about these swords. Yeah, they're mean-spirited and manipulative with their words. So I was going to say, tell me about these swords. This communication just feels reckless and crazy. Like, who are you talking to? It's intentional. All right, collective. Stress you out. You be ruminating on it after. Get this person out of your energy, collective. Keeping you back, holding you back from following your bliss here. Spirit, can I get a closing message for the collective? Advice. Thank you. La. All right, we're going to go to a different deck. Close out the reading. Beautiful Lovers at the bottom of the deck. Nine of Pentacles. Okay. Working hard here. Success as you defined it. Oh, wow. From 9 to the 10. Okay. Okay. Two different messages. There is someone in your energy that you're going to build destiny. What's that? Legacy, dynasty energy with this Ten of Pentacles with. You're not going to meet this person in the energetic state of feeling, in despair, ruminating or replaying events. You're going to meet this person when you are in a high vibration, when you do that surrendering, when you have the compassion, when you guard your thoughts, observe them and your feelings. You're the observer. You are the one looking through and behind your eyes out. You're not your body. You're not your name. You are an aspect of the one. Okay, source energy. So it's important to observe this to bring your vibration up, release what's not yours. Okay, your timeline can change, what they say, like a New York minute. All right, the minute you change your mind, your reality starts to shift. So don't stay in the past, don't dwell on stuff, just observe it, release it. But you're gonna meet this person. You're gonna build a lot of memories together. You could start a family or combine a family here. What's the Six of Cups that came off the bottom? Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Not where I was going. Tell me about the Page of Pentacles then. And the Ten of Pentacles. And then this 9, where you are currently. Okay. Makes a little more sense now. This person from your past, boy, they got their hooks in you energetic. You might need to do a cord cutting and hook removal. Like, all right. Here you are at the Nine of Pentacles. All right. You're making that decision. That choice. Do I want expansion and abundance and emotional fulfillment and all the things that are promised to me? Or am I going to keep holding on to this thing from the past that keeps putting me in the hangman position, causing me all kind of conflict, competition, just chaos? Or am I going to move on? Okay. If you're trying to start a creative project, you're manifesting, you opening a business, you're expanding, you took a new position, whatever it is that you're waiting on is coming. It's coming and taking you out of this feeling left out in the cold, financial, spiritual poverty. All right? You have to listen to your intuition. It's like there are signs. We choose to ignore them. Okay? And don't think lack. Think abundance. Feel abundance. I say that because there's a start, a hope, the renewal. There's a King of Cups coming in hot. Okay? Emotionally grounded, empathetic and compassionate, mature, wise. Where's 10 of Pentacles? You go from that 9 to the 10. This is the union. But it's not going to come in a place where you're still dealing with this foolishness. This 5 of Wands from this past person. Keep putting you on timeout to gain a new perspective. Just yourself putting you in timeout. Okay? Source. We got success. Mastering. Self-mastery. The light and the dark. Okay? The polarities of yourself and moving forward. Working towards a goal. So this outcome and advice is basically go ahead and move on from this person from the past. 6 swords. All right. You could be financially just making it, behind, debt, your health, you cannot feel, up to par. spiritually you could just feel left out, or at times felt that way. You're showing up as a high priestess. Okay? You got way more knowledge than you let on. You have inner knowing. You're learning to trust your intuition. When you're emotionally balanced, like this new moon in Cancer that we're about to have, or full moon in Cancer, where you can release this past disappointment, setbacks, and whatever, and make space for healthy emotional connections. What was I gonna say? I'll be going all around the mulberry bush. What was I gonna say? With this Cancer moon, I was gonna say something about your finances, your stability, with the release of like emotional. Oh, okay. When you're not emotionally regulated, dang it, that was not it. When you're not like emotionally regulated, you react more than you act. You stressed out, your nervous system. Okay, this is why it's important to get away from this nonsense. It's conflict, fighting. You ain't got time for that. Okay. When you're not emotionally regulated, you can make hasty decisions. Be more responsive to your thoughts, your emotions, than to take, decisive action. These things could have affected your finances. This person is this teacher, or these people have taught you lesson after lesson after lesson. Okay? And that good nature that I'm picking up, collective, they just going to keep taking from you. They're not going to match your vibe. If they have not, don't hold space for it anymore. Let them come meet you in a healthy place. It's a distraction. It keeps you in that low vibrational energy. Taking me back to the archons. We're not going there right now. But yeah, Spirit is saying to take the steps, necessary steps, to ground these manifestations and get out of this. Tell me about this Five of Pentacles. Get out of this Five of Pentacles poverty. Seven of Swords in reverse. Let me get one more. Two of Swords. And the Empress. Okay. So this Five of Pentacles here, this shut out in the cold, financial lack. There's a lot of regrets with this. Showing up as an Empress here. You're definitely Queen, King of Pentacles, more Queen. Because the King, I mean, he as in the masculine energy has gone through their share of lessons, but they're not as the masculine energy of the King of Pentacles is not as open to manipulation. More so than the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles has learned a lot of financial lessons. You could have loaned out money, overextended yourself, because you're seen as abundant. This is divine feminine energy, okay? You're always pregnant with something. If it's not a physical pregnancy, I'm just saying the creation of life, birthing things. You get these wonderful ideas. You're inspired. Your passion and creativity is above average. This is how you're perceived. So you can afford to overextend. It's not going to take from you. That's the energy that could have been a difficult choice to cut off. And this could be anyone in your life. They didn't get away with it though. Know that. If somebody calls you financial hardship, you overextended, you lent money, you helped someone, you lent time, resources, whatever, and it wasn't appreciated and reciprocated back to you, they didn't get away with it. Now with the Seven of Swords coming out in reverse. I don't know why I'm still pulling here. Emperor and Empress. Okay. For some of you in the collective that are in long-term committed marriages, partnerships, this could have been a counterpart. This could have been parents too. Like your upbringing. Excuse me. Because we got both Emperor and Emperor here. For those that it applies to. Spirit, I got 2 spiritual cards here. Let me just get one more before I close. Hermit. 7 of Wands. Okay. For those that have disconnected from their family, know you are dangerous when you can cut everybody that you know off, that you're connected to, that you felt validated, you know, through, by. When you cut those people off in your family, if this is your story, you're very dangerous, okay? Very powerful. You went into a period of hermit mode, okay? Introspection, seeking light in the darkness, and standing firm, boundaries against family. That's what I'm picking up right now on the Emperor and the Empress energy. Yeah, there could have been a separation in the family unit with religious and spiritual factors. Definitely. What you mean you don't believe in Jesus? It's not that you don't believe. You just know. You've awakened to certain things. You've done your research. Thank you. In reverse. Overcommitting. Okay. Lack of long-term vision. Lack of reward. Overgiving, lack of reward. I'm going to stop there. These people expect you to be a doormat. Okay. Let me get a closing message for the collective. Oh, my phones are dying. Thank you all for being here. I hope this reading was helpful some kind of way. Finding sanctuary, opening to your spiritual source. I've been talking about source all throughout the reading. Okay, you're welcome. Thank you. Even though you're navigating unknown territory, okay, you're exactly where you need to be, though. All right, could be unfamiliar. You have become very wise along this journey. Looking at this owl. In the last card, you're protected by angels. Okay? You are cherished by the angels or the angels of light. Okay? I want to say this is Archangel Michael on the card here. Bottom of the deck, we have rainbow blessings. Blessings are showering your life. Blessed upon blessed upon blessed. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and end the reading there, collective. It's kind of long tonight. I hope it was helpful, and I thank you all for being here. Hit the like button, subscribe over on YouTube. I appreciate you all. Like, follow on TikTok. Yes.